Hi, everybody. This is Tom with Chap. So, today I want to talk to actors and casting agents and directors about actors needing to always audition. Now, I worked in a repertory company where some of the actors felt like they were doing 2 or 3 shows a season and that they were working with directors who had been there season after season, and they felt like they had shown everything that they could do. I'm talented, and I've shown you everything I want to do. When in reality, some of the directors who came in were visiting directors who hadn't seen all the work they've done through the years. They just assumed that these directors had gone to every show. These actors always have to audition. All actors need to always audition. If you're in your certain area where you live, your regional area, and everyone keeps hiring you, but then you find that you're playing the same part over and over again and you wonder why, it's because you're not auditioning. Go to the auditions, show them what you can do, and actors, the directors, we don't want to. We don't want you to just do the audition as torture. You're there to solve our problem. We have a problem. We need an actor for this part. We want it to be you. We want it to be you. We want you to succeed. So, getting all anxious and so forth, they don't like me for this, they don't like me for that. There's a million reasons why you weren't cast in a certain role. It's not because of your talent or your looks. I'm tired of wading through tons and tons of people through auditions. I do them, but I'm trying to find the right person, and that could be you. Counting on the fact that you think I've seen your shows with you in mind for this part, that could be radically different in my mind than it is in your mind, that's a big deal. Case in point, I was trying to think of something I could tell you that everyone may have experienced. And what I came up with was villains. Everybody likes a good villain. Um, so you played villains. Great. So you're good at it. Great. But there's different kinds of villains. So if you played a Miranda Priestley Devil Wears Prada villain, great. The woman boss who's misunderstood, who always has to be on top of all her employees, never cracks a smile, manipulative. But if the part that's coming at you is not exactly that, then I haven't necessarily seen you as this new kind of villain. And my new kind of villain is a charming villain. And the one I was trying to figure out that everybody might have seen is the fairy godmother in Shrek. She's so good. She's really charming. She sings, she's funny, she has an elegant voice. And then you start to see that the core of her villainry is her own narcissistic ideas about her life and her son. And she sort of blames it on it's just a mother's love for her son. And what we know is that it could be that, but it's also she has ideas about how far, far away needs to be run. No one can step out of line. They all have to do what she says. She wants to be in charge. She wants all the power. Now that is a different kind of villain than Miranda Priestley in Devil Wears Prada. Miranda Priestley must have the power for quality of the magazine. That's her part of the world. That's the only part of the world that she wants power over. Of course, she'd like power in her marriage, but we don't see much of that. Do you see? Now you think, well, those villains are obviously different. But if you've just played evil stepmother in Cinderella for 2 or 3 seasons, and then someone as evil as her in another show, how have we seen the range of villains and styles of acting that you can do? The fairy godmother is very different kind of villain than a real life fashionista. Do you see? The acting is very different. And you might think, oh, well, he's comparing a real life woman to a cartoon. True. But there's a lot of things in plays and musicals that are cartoonish. If you're doing Into the Woods, that is a lot more cartoonish than a real life person. Do you see? So always audition, always, so you can show them exactly what you can do. If you're doing classical shows like Ibsen, wonderful. So you kind of feel like everyone has seen you do classical, But in reality, they're casting for a Shakespeare, and it's a Shakespeare comedy. Maybe that local artistic director, that company, that director only feels that you can do a high drama, that sort of like Therese Raquin fainting on a settee kind of drama. That's not Ibsen, but it could be. And they want something more nuanced and they want something Shakespearean. Whether you're playing a villain who is young or a villain who is old, a murderous villain, a villain who's crazy, whatever you need to do. Maybe they're doing Midsummer Night's Dream and the villain female is Hippolyta. I don't know why she would be, but some people play her as that. So Hippolyta is the villain, but they want her to be a snobby villain, and you didn't know that. Plus, they've never seen you do that kind of language, that sort of heightened language. Ibsen is not Shakespeare as far as the way the language sounds. And lastly, young actors and other actors who don't think in broad terms, always have your monologues, your songs ready at all times. I bet a lot of young actors, whether they're high school, university, or in their 30s, who expect just to come in and read sides, and they don't have any monologues prepared. Or they don't have any monologues prepared for the part they're going for. So if you've been into the Woods, maybe you played a prince or the baker, and maybe you've been in a more serious show, you've been in Hamlet, serious Shakespeare, and you have those monologues, those soliloquies ready from those shows that you've played to do as your audition. Okay, but the part is very different. It's a film noir kind of play, or it's a French farce, or it's Italian commedia. Those soliloquies, those monologues don't fit the part that you're going for. It just shows off your talent, which is good, but we're auditioning for a particular part, and not that you should reach into the play you're auditioning for and take a monologue out of it. You should find something similar and show them your range, what you think that character could be, that you could do those styles of theater. That's very important. Always have monologues ready, always have your songs ready, have things memorized. Don't download 2 or 3 monologues into your brain and just have them forever. You need quite a variety of monologues depending on the part you're going for, and always have them ready. You never know when the audition is going to come up. Maybe you just didn't get the notice, or they have short notice for the audition. Hey, in 2 days there's an audition. You're like, I'm so busy. My job is making me so busy, or my other show is making me so busy, and I don't really have the bandwidth to memorize this new monologue I've chosen, or taking me forever to choose one that's appropriate because the show is so different from what I've done, but I know I can do it. So have a roster ready in your brain, and it's just very important to be a casting agent, an artistic director, a director who makes the audition process easier. How can you make it easier? That's up to you. I like to meet the people one-on-one. I don't want a group of people next to me. I actually don't even want the artistic director next to me. They can watch from a video camera or something, and or another room, and make their own opinions. But I like just being one-on-one. I like being closer to the actor than they usually like, maybe 6 feet away, and talking to them a bit first. Now, not like, what do you think of the elections? Or, are you willing to dye your hair for this part? Nothing crazy. Just how was your day? How was traffic? Blah, blah. In your own time? Okay, remember. Tell them. Tell the actor, you're here to solve my problem. I really hope that you're the person to fit this part. I know you hope that too. Just put them at ease, and you get a much better audition. Auditions should be easier and not as anxiety producing. And if you're a casting agent, please be kinder to the actors. Just don't shovel them in, like cattle, and be like, yeah, great, bye, thanks. That's disheartening. And if you've seen La La Land, where she's doing the audition, and the people are on the phone talking on the phone, that's very typical. I'm not paying attention, I'm not paying attention. Yeah, I'm watching. Yeah, I'm watching. Yeah, yeah, fine, thanks. Goodbye. That's very typical. Don't be those people. Don't be that casting agent or artistic director or director that auditions people like that. It just doesn't work. And also be ready on the fly in case you have to do a video audition. Video auditions are commonplace these days. Whether your theater or opera or ballet does them, maybe it'll happen to you. Maybe the person hiring you is out of town and you didn't expect that. Maybe the day there were auditions, you were very sick or you were in bad voice or something prevented you. Traffic prevented you from being at the audition on time. Say, I have a video audition ready to go. Here are my reasons. Be clear and concise. Please be short-winded about the reasons you are not able to come to the live audition. And be ready with that videotape audition and learn how to do it. It's not that hard. We all have cell phones. We can all make video auditions, and then go from there. Okay? Auditions should be more frequent, easier, nicer, and you should be ready. Okay. Thanks for listening. I hope this helps you. I hope this makes your theater even more amazing. And you like and subscribe and you share my videos with someone who really needs to see it. Make people more broad-minded. It'll work for all of us if we're all more broad-minded about what to do in the theater. Okay. Thanks.